Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jefferies, the present day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. Guess what? Our bones are whispering to us. Are you listening? What are they saying? The BAM is that our bones are telling us how we can prevent osteoporosis and maintain strong bones naturally as we age. So I really just love to talk the BAM, the bare ass minimum. No fluff, no fear, no pills. So let's be fair. Our body starts speaking to us from our 40s and beyond. So remember that the bones we've been walking around on for decades, 6 decades, they might need a little bit of assistance right now. And it's not about drinking more milk. It's not about fear-based lectures from Dr. Google, but real natural strategies that can fit a busy lifestyle, because I know that busy people want to be healthy. Truth is that bone loss is preventable, and you don't have to be accepting getting old and frail as a part of aging. I intend to age strong, fit, and healthy. What we know is that osteoporosis is not a sudden condition. Osteoporosis creeps in quietly, eroding our bones, sapping our strength, and increasing the likelihood of fractures as we age. What's bad about the fractures as we age? It can absolutely compromise our independence. I am such an independent woman. I don't want anything taking me out. So the good news is there's so many simple little steps you can do consistently 80% of the time that will help to give you strong bones as you age. So here we go. Time for the bare ass minimums to do to keep strong bones. So what causes bone loss? Bone loss, it isn't just a calcium thing like people think. It's a stress thing. It's a hormone thing. It's a lifestyle thing. Cortisol leaches minerals from our bones. Estrogen levels drop during perimenopause and menopause time, and with it, so does bone density. But remember that estrogen is meant to drop at this age, okay? And our bones can still stay strong. Inflammation, poor gut health, low nutrient absorption, they can all play a part. And the other big one is that playing the little old lady and not using our physical bodies will not help us keep strong bones. So if you're just chugging down some milk and hoping for the best or taking a calcium supplement, it's time for a better plan. These are my 8 BAM-friendly ways, bare-ass minimum ways, to keep your bones strong, healthy, naturally. The first one is lift stuff. Yes, we need to lift stuff. We need to do weight-bearing exercise and resistant exercises to stimulate bone growth. It doesn't matter what our age is. I'm about to turn 64 as I record this. It's never too late to start. So just taking a calcium supplement and not using our bones to tell our body to convert that calcium into strong bone is not going to work. It's just not going to work. So I do 2 to 3 sessions a week of body weight. I'm really into Pilates reformer at the moment. I also have weights at home. So dumbbells, can't reach them here at my desk, but I have resistant bands here. Every time I come back to my desk, I use my resistance bands, whether I do some squats with the resistance bands around my knee, whether I just use some something with my arms. It's actually quite easy to put a load on our bones just using our muscles. So remember, number 1 is to lift stuff. 2 or 3 sessions a week as a minimum. Oh, and I remember when my mum was alive, she's not now, but whenever we would go grocery shopping, I'd make her carry her bags. Yes, I would, because I wanted her to be strong as she aged as well and not worry about breaking bones as she fell. And she had some big falls in her later years, never broke a bone. So carry those shopping bags. Number 2 is to cut the chronic stress. We know that cortisol is the bone thief. And so if you're constantly running on empty, you're burning the candle at both ends, your body robs your skeleton for your body to be able to keep up. So our bones are living tissue, and they respond to our habits, our nourishment, and how we deal with stress. So remember, we're not fragile. We are adaptable. So what do we need to do? Manage cortisol. Cortisol, 1, treasure your sleep. We need between 7 and 9 hours sleep a night to be able to help our body reset cortisol. Number 2 is I'm a big user of adaptogen herbs, and send me a message if you want to know the ones I use. But I I use adaptogens, and I have for more than 30 years. I know the importance of keeping cortisol in check in my body. If you're into essential oils, into aromatherapy, essential oils like lavender are wonderful to help. I put it on my sheets whenever I change the bed, so I'm breathing lavender while I sleep. Lavender also takes the edge off cortisol. And if you haven't read my new book, Fuck the Stress, yet, check it out, because you can do the Fuck the Stress reset daily. What is the Fuck the Stress reset? Simple. 2 minutes. 2 minutes a day of stillness. Just 2 minutes. I'm not going to ask you to meditate for 5 or 10 or something. 2 minutes. Simply sit and breathe. I promise that's a game changer. That's really important. Number 3 is to boost calcium naturally, not just from dairy. Okay, so our bones crave calcium, but not just from milk. So I'm a big eater. In fact, I grow so much of my own food. I really love growing my own dark green vegetables because they are loaded in water-soluble minerals like calcium. So by the way, whenever you cook them, if you do cook them, steam them with the lid on so that you don't lose those water-soluble nutrients like calcium and magnesium in the cooking. If you do, or when you do also cook it, then drink the water. That's what I do. It's like a multi-mineral drink. Also, almonds are great. Almonds, pecans, and walnuts. Tahini, which is sesame seed paste. Sardines and tin salmon, like the little bones that are in the salmon and in the sardines, are loaded in calcium. They're bones. Sesame seeds are one of my favorites. I am a big fan of sticking sesame seeds on everything. A teaspoon a day has more usable calcium than a glass of milk. That's it. And chia seeds, which are becoming more popular nowadays. So make them part of your regular daily meals. Even if it's one thing that you think, oh, great, I'll have a teaspoon of sesame seeds on my meals every day. That's it. Simple. Number 4 is to get your vitamin D the real way. So vitamin D, we know, is crucial for absorbing calcium. Vitamin D comes from the sun. But so many people nowadays, they're stressed about being in the sun and they're indoors more and they're wearing an SPF 743 24/7 that their body doesn't get exposed to the sun the same way. So what is the BAM? The BAM is to get 10 to 15 minutes of direct sun, arms, face, legs, daily if possible. Okay, now the secret, so that you're not worrying about skin damage and stuff, is to face the sun first thing in the morning and the last thing in the afternoon, because when you're doing that, you're also helping to reset your circadian rhythm, which will give endless benefits, especially with things like sleep. 10 minutes, face the sun first thing in the morning and last thing in the afternoon. That soft light isn't going to go taxing your skin. Number 5 is to heal our gut and absorb more nutrients. So we can eat all the right things, but if our gut is out of whack, we're not absorbing the minerals that our bones need. So what's the tip? I've done lots of podcasts on things like, restoring our gut microbiome. Simple things. We need to have probiotics. So that's our fermented foods. Okay, that's your kimchis, your sauerkrauts, your misos, things like that, kefir. You also need to be having prebiotic fiber foods. Okay, so that's most of your vegetables and fruit. In fact, kiwi fruit, green kiwi fruit is one of my favorite prebiotic foods. It's also the pungents, it's the garlics, the onions, the leeks, the spring onions. They're pungents, which are also excellent prebiotics. I have prebiotic food every single day. It's a focus for me because I know the importance for my gut chemistry. Also, eat slowly, reduce sugar, manage your stress. And if you really need to supplement, track down a tribiotic, okay? Not just a probiotic, because having a probiotic and still not feeding it properly, that those microbes will not flourish and your gut will still be out of balance. So we know that when we stress out, that cortisol, it makes us crunch that, we reach our shoulders up to our head, we scrunch our shoulders. And when we do that, we pinch the vagus nerve. It directly turns off our gut chemistry. So it's an important one. We've got to do that, manage stress as well as manage our gut health. Number 6 is to rethink caffeine, sugar, and alcohol. Now, look, I'm the most realistic naturopath on the planet, so don't stress. That won't help. But when any of those are overdone, they can weaken our bones by robbing calcium and increasing inflammation. Here's another side one is people go, yeah, Jen, I drink water, but I drink mineral water. Well, bubbly drinks like mineral water, soda water, leach minerals like calcium out of our bones. Stop it. Have a glass occasionally. Do not just change from drinking no water to drinking mineral water and soda water, because that can be part of the problem, okay?
Have you ever wondered how your life could have been different if you'd had access to this type of content at a younger age? Look, this is why I need your help. I'm working to build the #1 platform that gives real and easy to integrate healthy life hacks and mindset to help you get well and stay well. This show only grows by word of mouth and new subscribers. It would mean the world to me if you could click the subscribe button right now, leave a 5-star written review, or drop a comment below. Share this episode with a friend and I would be forever grateful. Now, let's get back to this week's episode.
What is the BAM with this one? You don't have to go cold turkey. Just balance the load. So at least reduce if you don't want to eliminate. Okay, I'm not saying you can never have a coffee again, but maybe skip the second coffee. Okay, make wine a treat, not a daily, I have to have it to relax kind of habit. Use aromatherapy and other things to help you to be able to relax, and then you're not taxing your body. I get it. I like all the same fun foods you do. So reduce instead of eliminating. Number 7 is magnesium. Magnesium is the missing bone link. So the best form of magnesium to support our bones is magnesium glycinate and magnesium citrate. Okay, there's so many forms of magnesium. Make sure you get the one that you need. And the reality is, if you're going to use a supplement, get something that's got vitamin D with it. Otherwise, you're not going to utilize that mineral properly. And most women are low in calcium and magnesium. Magnesium is the first mineral that we burn up when we stress out. So what's the BAM? Eat magnesium-rich foods, things like pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, so easy. They're also really rich in zinc. Great, simple, easy to add to everything food. Snack on a handful a day. Done. Not roasted, by the way. If you go and roast them, that heat destroys that. Remember, it's water soluble. You'll lose those nutrients. Spinach, dark green vegetables. Dark green vegetables, dark green vegetables, dark green vegetables. Same as calcium. Black beans. I love black beans. They're so good. Simple, easy foods to integrate. So if you're cramping, anxious, sleeping bad, any of those kind of things as well, you might want to bring a supplement in. Like I said, just make sure you get one that's going to support your bones the best, which is magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. Now, number 8 is our mindset. Yes, we need to build a body that carries us into our 80s and beyond. It's not about looking fit. It's not. It's about being strong, fit and healthy, upright and independent. The thing that takes so many people, and particularly women, out of the game is they have a fall and break something. And it is such a, I've seen it with clients, it's such a scary thing when they have a fall. They lose confidence and it's a really slippery slope from there. So this is a big one. So the BAM tip, simple. Every choice we make from food to movement to mindset is casting a vote on our future self. It's deciding today what I eat today, how I move my body today. All of that is contributing to how I'm going to be strength-wise, vitality-wise, strong bone-wise, just alive and flourishing versus turning into the little old lady that we don't need to. Our bones are living tissue and they respond to our habits, our nourishment, and how we treat stress. Remember, we are not fragile. We are adaptable. So this isn't about instilling fear into you. This is about being empowered and grounded, making real choices today, because what we do today is influencing our body as we age. So our job is just to do something each day. It might be that you start having a teaspoon of sesame seeds a day. That is so tiny. It might be that you reduce your coffee or alcohol intake. Just simple steps 80% of the time is what is going to bring that long-term change, okay? Any change is built on consistency, not start, stop, start, stop. Create a new habit, create a new default in your life, because remember, we're not fragile. We are not fragile. We're adaptable. So let's make sure that our bones are strong too. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review, have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. I welcome your emails and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au.
Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.